So I've tried my favorite YouTubers' favorites, and I used all of them on my face today and turned out a beautiful look, I think. How I think about them, there is a wonder. If you're interested in today's video, then keep on watching. Most of the favorites I've chosen from their videos are predominantly from April or March or slightly earlier favorites. It's just because some items are taking longer time to ship into China. Therefore, I've collected all of them. Most of them I didn't use it before. Couple of them I use them, and I also have my own opinion about it already. We will start with skincare. The skincare one was from Goss. He recommended Shiseido's, let me get the full name, Power Infusing Concentrates. This also in my favorites video as well. I use the Shiseido's one as well as Estee Lauder's Miracle Essence. I used both of them together. They are like a miracle on my face. It is absolutely worth to try. After you use for about 2-3 weeks, there is a visible difference on your skin. You will literally feel tender, softer, and especially if you're suffering like myself with big pores, you will actually see them start minimizing. It's very obvious. Especially when you're applying foundations, you will really see your pores start disappearing. It is just work like a miracle. As we're on Wayne's favorite, so that's finished. His one first. The other one appeared on one of his favorite video was Charlotte Tilbury's eyebrow pencil. My color is dark brown. This one, the color, the shape, the whole experience of using this eyebrow pencils I really like. It is very easy to draw your brow hair as well, easy to do the eyebrow shape. I find this one is very pigment. Even you're very light-handed, you're still very easy, clear to see the colors that appears on your eyebrows. I do like the little brush at the end. It is very easy to use and is good size, but because of the formulation and the pigmentation itself, therefore if you did draw out of your shape, you want to correct it, it is not that easy. Sometimes you may have to end up use concealers to actually tidy up the shape you want. So overall, I think if you're very good in terms of drawing eyebrows, if you're not beginners, you've been using so many different eyebrow pencils, by all means, it is definitely a good one to use. Personally, I think I would still prefer eyebrow pencil to be a little bit harder. I'd rather taking a little bit longer time to draw my shape and easy to be corrected rather than something too pigment. Then next one on his list was NARS Blush. This was absolutely a beautiful surprise for me. He did quite few swatches on his video. Straight away hushed this color. It is a beautiful nude coral, has a little bit brown color in there, and the formulation, I like it as well. It's like a mousse. It's literally like a mousse texture, and it's very easy to be blended out. Originally, I thought that this would only be able to work before the powder. Surprisingly, this also worked very well on top of powder. So like today, after using a couple of powder products, this still performed very well on my cheek. It doesn't get patchy and not moving the foundations. It just seems as soon as you applied it, it melted in and just stayed there. It gives you a very natural, subtle satin finish on the face. To be honest, this one would be so handy to use on day-to-day basis. You probably don't have to even use a foundation. You probably just need to use a color correcting primer, just evened out your skin color, then just apply this. You good to go. You look fresh energetic, and I guarantee you, probably most of people won't notice that you actually had a blush on you. That's how natural and beautiful and effective this one is. And the last one I've chosen from Goss favorite list is the Claire de Peau's Corrector Visage Concealer. It is very French, but I'm Chinese, so that's the best pronunciation you're gonna get. Okay. This is kind of a very popular product also in China. I only bought one color, which is, oh come on, Almond. Originally when I do the swatches, I was thinking, this could be a little bit too dark orange for my liking. I was just like, oh, this may not actually work. But surprisingly, when you press it out, the color seems getting lighter, or it just merged with your under eye dark circle better. The color seems blended in with your dark circle, therefore it gets very natural, merge into like matching your skin tone surrounded. So it is very miracle and a surprise. One thing I think I like the most is this concealer stays. It dries up very quickly. Dry doesn't mean creased up. It's the formulation is really nice, but it seems just being, it's like being glued on your under eye area, but it doesn't crease up. So this is an interesting discovery. Next one is her recent favorite eyeshadow palette from NARS. Again, when I see her swatches, then when I see her pictures on Instagrams, to be honest, I wasn't overly impressed. I still bought this palette. Even when I opened it, I look at the color, I was like, it seems fairly common. If you guys have a look, you have earthy brown color and peach and the pink color. It's good color combination, don't get me wrong, but first time when I look at it, I was like, it is fairly common. There is nothing, too outstanding. No, I try to be smart and looking for dupes and looking for similarities. I've gone through all the eyeshadow palettes I have in hand. Surprisingly, I couldn't find any dupe for this eyeshadow palette. This eyeshadow palette, especially when you do the swatches, the shimmer color, oh my god, it is absolutely a surprise. I compared this one with Huda Beauty, I compared this one with Pat McGrath, I compared this one with so many eyeshadow palettes that I think can compare with this one. But guys, I'm sorry, I have to say I failed. The top colors I love the most from this palette, one is this shimmer color. This one is like this. There is no glitters in there at all. It's like nude coral with a little bit gold reflection, has a little bit brownness in there. It's so beautiful to use just on its own. It is really nice. And another one is the lightest color in this palette. It's like the transition color. This is, oh, when you touch it, it's like you touch it. It is very smooth and buttery at the same time. Don't know whether you guys can see here. I absolutely love this type of color. This type of color you can use as you can use for any makeup as a base color for your eyes, or you can just use on its own, then build up a little bit color towards your lashes. It looks so natural, so beautiful on day-to-day use. This palette, I have to say, I think I prejudged this too early. The quality of the eyeshadow powder itself, the pigmentation, and how easy this to be blended out on your face. Today you also see I used this little bit berry pink color on my face. It's still very easy to be blended out. All the color can just melt in with each other, and you don't have to use a high-end brush. You don't have to have a high makeup techniques to actually make a beautiful eye look. This palette, I think, you know, although it seems the color is very colorful, pigmentation is very high, but personally I also think it is beginners friendly. So especially summer times now, like the palette's name, I highly recommend to try out. Katie, thumb up. So guys, now I decided to stand up to do the other half of this video, is because I've been sitting here for about almost 4 hours. I can't really feel my legs, so I prefer just to stand up to do the rest of the video. Now, let's move on to my next favorite from KathleenLights. And her favorites, I've chosen two. One is this Too Faced Lip Injection Extrema. As some of you may know, I have a fairly small and thin lips as well, so I would love to have a plumped lip. So that's why when so this appeared in her one of her favorites, then straight away I bought this one. One thing I'm gonna totally agree is the smell. It's delicious. It literally smells like a candy, a beautiful sweet candy. And it's the old school one. Oh, it just smells so nice, and even you put it on the lip, the smell continues a little bit. It's just yummy. However, what she did mention in her video that this lip injection Extrema does give you stronger and heavier feeling on your lip. The normal lip plump gloss or lip product is more like a tinkling on your lip. This is literally feel you ate a very spicy chili. You feel spicy on your lip. It's not only about the tinglings. The tinglings come along, you feel spicy on your lip. I got the picture for before and a few minutes after. But I have to say that although when this feeling came out, it is not that pleasant. I have to say it is. I do understand why some people doesn't like the feeling of this. It is way much stronger than you thought. But it doesn't last long. It only lasts about 3 minutes, maximum 5, depends on your lip condition. And I have to say this, I don't know my true feeling about this. I want to say visually you can tell a little bit difference, but I would say it kind of made my lip more turn into red rather than made it plump. I want to say it did a little bit, but clearly didn't last long. So I don't know how I feel about this. Sorry Kathleen, I know you love this the most. Oh, I used this on the lip right away, and I applied this as a topper on top of different lipsticks. I have to say, if you don't like the feeling, you can use as a topper. It reduces the spiciness and needliness a lot. But on the other hand, another her favorite is from Bobbi Brown. It is let me get the full name. It is Bobbi Brown's Luxe Shine Intense, and her color is honey. I look at the swatches online, it also look beautiful, but it's been sold out, so I got the color Cranberry. This is lovely, literally as is described, cranberry color. It is very like wet. It is give you a beautiful wet finish. Today I used this on top of a lip liner, which I'm going to talk about. Whole experience is really nice. The formulation is good, and the color is also very nice. I think I will go back to buy honey, the color Kathleen recommended. But one thing I really have to highlight, as Kathleen mentioned, is the packaging. You know, she did mention that one side you add. Okay, let me do the same as Kathleen did. Okay, you put the back. The design is very, you know, fashionable. You, here is a little cap, you press it, then your lipstick come out, then you put back in. But once this been pressed in, these two holes look very similar. And this is, and when you open as a fresh one, it's not goes down completely. It has the little head left outside. So if you really didn't watch or didn't pay too much attention about the cap, you can just squeeze the whole product on the lid. So every time, especially when I watch Kathleen's video, so first time when I actually press the back, I kind of, oh hang on a minute, oh this side to press in. Oh, Bobbi Brown, seriously, you know, just kind of rethink about that part. I think the lipstick itself is very good. This is the color. This is beautiful. I like this color combination. This is on top of a lovely lip liner. Let's talk about that. The lip liner is recommended by Allie Glines. This is from NYX lip liner and her color is Nude Beige. I bought two. One is Nude Beige and the other one is neutral. I would say the Nude Beige, I can see why she loves it. It suits her so much, but it's a little bit too brown for my skin tone. When I wear this Nude Beige, it makes me look sick. Yeah, that's the word. It makes me look sick. It just suits her so lovely. Looks so nude, so natural, and it's lovely base she used on her lip. But for me, this color didn't work. On the other hand, the neutral one, which is way much better. As you can tell, the Nude Beige one has way much beige, brown, grey color in there, but the nude one has more, slightly more red tone in there. I used this as my lip base today. I do like a lip liner is because my lip shape is uneven and is fairly small, therefore it's always better to use a lip liner to draw the lip line to make it even two sides, and I do overdraw a little bit to make my lip shape slightly bigger from that perspective. The formulation is really good. It is hard enough for you to draw your lip line, that not that easy to make mistakes, and it's soft enough for you to fill up the entire lip. The only thing I would say that I wouldn't use this lip liner on its own. It is just too dry for my liking, and it is really emphasize your lip lines. Personally, I don't like it to be too dry and you feel something just glide on your lip. On her list, she also mentioned a Dior Backstage Face and Body Powder. Powder no powder. And her color is 0 neutral. I got the same color. I really like this. I absolutely adore this. This is a, I would say, you know, I used different palettes, which is the Dior Mineral Nude Glow palette. This has a similar outcome compared to this one. They are, I would say they are in the same family that you can use and the same way you want it. You don't need to buy both. Depends on your skin tone or your preference. You can just buy one or the other. On top of this two, I will also compare with our Gloss one. This is also appeared in a lot of my videos from one of my favorites as well. It is Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder. So 3 of them, the similarities are they are not matte setting powder. They have a lovely sheen, fine, beautiful, subtle glow finish on all of them. If you're like me, you're combined oily skin, oily skin, same time you do want a little bit glow on your face, doesn't want to get oily, I would only use them on your T-zone and the central point of your face after you use your setting powder. To compare these 3, the Dior Backstage powder is most neutral color. The Dior Mineral Glow is more towards pink, has more pink undertone in there. But I have to say this two Dior's powder are very similar feel. It's very fine, thin and buttery type of powder. It melts into your skin right away. It doesn't stay on top of it but merged with your own skin. These two are very similar texture and formulation. If you prefer a even higher highlighting effect but not like a highlighting stripes on your face, you can use the Hourglass one. The Hourglass Ambient powder, this one is more white tone. Today I only use the Dior Backstage powder. I didn't use any highlighting powder today, and I dusted this one in my T-zone, under eye area, top of my cheek. And then now obviously I've been doing this video and sitting here and standing here for nearly 5 hours, you like to believe or not. So I have a little bit of face oil coming out, but you don't feel oily. You don't feel my face gets oily at all. It's like a natural glow. I really like the finish of this powder. I think to compare this two, they give you similar effect. Is really on your own preference. This is more towards a pinker tone and this is more neutral. I would say this would probably suit more skin tone, and this, if you're too yellowy or darker skin tone, you may want to test it out first. My favorite YouTubers' favorites are finished, but I just got one more thing to share with you guys. While I was checking out the NARS eyeshadow palette, I also interested in their Blush Duo. This is, look at the packaging. Look at NARS this time. Oh, it is so my cup of tea. And this palette is very nice. Today, you know, after using the NARS cream blush, mousse blush, then I applied this more brown orange color on the side of my cheek. Then I highlighted a little bit this pink one to the center of my face. It looks very natural, so nice. Although when I did the swatches of this, I was surprised. I was like, oh my god, you know, I was really shocked. I was like, look at the pigmentation, it can be an eyeshadow, but when you apply on your face, you got to be a little bit light-handed, but it's not as, you know, you think about it can get patchy or anything, not that at all. When you apply this on your cheek, is so easy to be blended out and merge with your contour. I think this is a very good blush duo to purchase. It's very summery color as well. My favorite would be this one for obvious reason. This is more like a coral peach color. This is more towards orange tone. It suits my skin tone better, and although they both are shimmer color, but they're very attention to details. There is no glitters in there at all. It doesn't emphasize your skin condition. It's just so smooth, giving you a beautiful sheen on your cheek and natural glow reflection. Then that's finished today's video. Hope you like it. Please do leave your comments down below and let me know your favorite products. I will certainly check them out. If you do enjoy today's video, don't forget to click the thumb up button, and most importantly to subscribe to my channel. I will see you on my next video.